everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are doing really well. So in today's video, we are going to talk about the books that I read in the month of July. Yes, it is that time of the month, that is the wrap-up time. Let's just begin with the video, shall we? So the first book that I would like to talk about is one of my most favorite book, one of the most talked about book on this channel, and that is The Henna Artist by Alka Joshi. This is one book that I'm not going to get tired of recommending people. I'm going to recommend this book to each and every person I know. This book by Alka Joshi is such a beautifully written book. It describes each and every detail so beautifully. There was this one instance in the book where the protagonist Lakshmi, she described her house, the house that she had bought with her hard-earned money. How beautifully she describes the flooring, the bricks of a wall, the ceiling, each and every detail. She has explained it so beautifully. I kid you not, this is one of the most beautiful books I've read, The Henna Artist by Alka Joshi. Now, if you have watched my previous videos, that is the 24-hour challenge that I took on my channel, I completed reading 3 books on that video. So the first book that I read in that challenge was The Great Gatsby, and another classic. Of course, I started reading this book before I shot that challenge. So I've been wanting to read this book since so long, and I'll not be saying much about the books because I have already said those in the previous video, so you need to watch that video, and I'll make sure that I link the video in the eye above. And yeah, so this was the second book that I read. The third book that I read in that challenge and in the month of July was Seriously I'm Kidding by Ellen DeGeneres. Like, Ellen is one of the most favorite person I admire. There are times that I am binge watching her videos. This is the book that will make you laugh. Such serious things said such beautifully. Like you learn something, but still you'll not be like, oh god, इतनी serious बात बोल दी इसने. मतलब ऐसा वाला टाइम होगा एक टाइम पे जब आप पढ़ रहोगे इस बुक को. And this book will make you laugh. So finally I have a book that made me laugh, and I will say that you should also read this book. So the other book that I read was a reread and a classic, and that is The Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger. This book I read during my graduation years. Like, I will admit that nostalgia did hit me, but that is a different thing. Like, Gatsby was one book that I don't know why, I felt something was missing in terms of classic. I don't know why. I mean, I know a lot of booktubers will hate on me saying that how can you not love Gatsby? But I didn't love it. I liked the book, but I didn't love it. This is one book that I loved it. Like, I've said a lot about it in the challenge video, and yeah, I just say that this was the book that opened the world to me in a different perspective. Like, it does have portions of where you might feel uncomfortable, but I mean, it's a very nice book and you must read it. Now, the next book was The Hobbit. Now, this book was a different genre that I started reading. Like, this book took me to a fantasy land. Bilbo Baggins is such a cutesy, like someone who's like, I'll not be able to go on an adventure. Why should I leave my comfort zone and go out into an adventure where I know that I might not return back? He's a person who cannot say no to anybody, okay? And still is underconfident. Like, he did not say a no to Gandalf, the wizard. The fantasy world opened the doors for me. I was imagining everything. Elves, the goblins, who else was it? The eagles, and like a lot of other characters. I mean, I don't know how should I just bring everything up. It is quite cliche a story, like a character who goes into an adventure and then discovers himself, and then a lot of luck, circumstances are on his side, and you know how he's able to help everybody, how he is being able to be the hero of the book. I just loved reading this book. Now, post reading The Hobbit, I wanted to read something very light, something very quick, so that I can boost my morale. So I picked up As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. Now, this book is a very short read. Let me just tell you why I loved reading this book. It's because the foundation is very strong. It's not a self-help book. It is a book that will let you know about something that will boost your morale up, that will make you think differently. ज्ञान बांटने वाली book नहीं है, नहीं. It's not something that will just impart knowledge on you and you'll be like, oh god, shit, ये तो टॉक्सिक पॉजिटिव हो गया, बहुत ज़्यादा ही पॉजिटिव बता रहे हैं. नहीं, it's something very universal. It is your thoughts that makes a man. It is not the circumstances that make a man. This book is all about thought process. How you think is how you become. Also, yes, I did come up with certain questions that I would like to ask. I will definitely talk about it in depth when I review this book. So I review my books on Goodreads and on Instagram as well, so you can follow me on Instagram. So I'll mention both the links in the description box below. This is the book that I will say, give it time, it will stay with you forever. Post I completed As a Man Thinketh, I picked up The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Yeah, this book I wanted to read, so I finally picked it up. I started reading it, and of course I've just started reading this book. I mean, I don't know, right now I cannot say much about it, but I'm sure that I'll be able to finish this book in the month of July. I just did not wanted this book to jump in the August month, because I know I'll be able to complete it in the month of July, so why not mention it here. So these were the books that I read in the month of July. I hope you loved watching this video, and if you did, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Until we meet, bye.